Tammy, we're gonna go see the animals.
Yay!
Ricky, are you ready to see the animals?
Well, hey there, everybody. Jumbo. My name is Caitlin, and I'm going to be your safari guide through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, there is one very, very important thing to remember while we are out there on safari. That is to please remain fully seated. Any smaller safari goers back there, they can sit up on a lap. That is okay. As long as everybody on board is fully and completely seated with arms and legs inside the truck while we are in motion. Just one other thing to remember as well out here though, guys, especially for those of you that have a camera and you want to get those truly amazing photos in just a few seconds. But while we are waiting, take a look up above your heads there and check out those animal spotting guides up there. That's going to give you an idea of some of the animals that we might get a chance to see out here. We don't always see every single one of those animals, but we do get pretty lucky and we see quite a few of them. We just got to keep our eyes open because animals here on the reserve, well, they do tend to blend in pretty well with Earth's natural camouflage. Sometimes they're hard to spot. So
You spot them out.
I can see some antelope up ahead here, so I don't think we'll have too much trouble. Let's see here. It looks like bongos over here on the left on the hill. A really pretty kind of rusty orangish red coloring, and they have those heavy set backwards.
Bongos right there, look.
Bongos. Now they are so rarely seen. They're often referred to as the ghosts of the forest. Even a young one up there. See it? Those horns aren't fully grown yet. When they are, they'll be about 32 to 36 inches long like the others here.
These things are rare?
Alright, looks like we are getting up here to
There's another one.
And lots of times at watering holes like this, especially in the forest, you can find some truly incredible animals like black rhinos. So let's get up here. Let's see if we can find any. It looks like those bongos are migrating our way though. Okay, here we go though. Here's a black rhino laying down on the left. Right, look at that. Wow. Always a privilege if you can spot a black rhino. They have been poached nearly to extinction for their horn. Today there's fewer than 5,000 black rhinos left in the world. Now they can charge at about 35 miles per hour.
Whoa.
They can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. They're a pretty indestructible animal except by man. Hippos, so you know, they are one of the larger animals in Africa. The male hippo can weigh up to 5,000 pounds.
Look at them just laying around.
They do stay in the water for the majority of the day, which is to keep from overheating. A hippo can stay submerged for about 5 to 8 minutes at a time. When they do come out of the rivers, it's usually at night. They graze the grass along the shore. A hippo can eat up to 150 pounds of grass each night. So actually a whole load of hippos in the river here on the left by this island. Also though, up on the islands are all those large kind of gray birds. Those are pink-backed pelicans.
You see the hippos in the water? They look
the
like rocks.
wingspan that can reach about 8 feet. The pink-backed pelican is the smallest of the 8 pelican species.
Look at these guys.
Alright, looks like an old rickety bridge over here we're going to have to go over and take a look there, guys. Look at all those Nile crocodiles under us.
Little crocodiles.
Nile crocodiles,
No, here.
they can weigh up to 1,500 pounds.
Where?
They can reach about 20 feet in length. Nile crocodiles have a jaw pressure that's greater than 2,000 pounds per square inch. That is is more than enough pressure needed to crush the bones
Brooke.
of any prey.
Excited? It's cool, huh?
I know, isn't that crazy?
Take a look over here on the right-hand side, though. Check out the tree right there. It's pretty cool looking. Kind of looks like it's upside down. That is a baobab tree. Baobab trees, they can remain leafless for up to 9 months out of the year.
I see giraffes.
And they store water inside of that big trunk that allows the baobab to survive long periods of drought. Alright, but here we go now, coming down on one of my favorite views out here. These are the Serengeti grasslands. These grasslands, they stretch for hundreds of miles across East Africa. They're a super highway for millions of animals that will migrate across them every year. They're also home to some of the more famous animals that live out here, though, like lions and elephants. This is all a part of the wild Africa that we're trying to conserve. And I don't know if everybody saw them, but there are some sable antelope up in these bushes here. You can see a couple heads as we were going past, coming down the hill there. Let's see, here we go. There's one here, a little bit easier to see there on the left. See them hanging out. Yeah, sable antelope here. Sable antelope, they are the symbol of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And they have those long, curved horns. Those reach about 5 feet long. They use those horns for defense, but they also use them and they spar within the herd in a type of dominance display. Alright, so we're gonna make our way around the rest of here, find some good stuff, hopefully. As we do, though, I hope y'all do take a look at the landscape out here, because it's pretty amazing just by itself. All of the animals that live out here, they do help to make it. Elephants, they will push down the trees to eat the leaves. Giraffes, they prune up the undersides of the trees, and that lets in more light. Antelope and wildebeest will graze the grass at the bottom, letting new shoots grow in. And then smaller animals, like gazelles and warthogs, well, they'll trim up all around the edges. There's plenty of food out here for everybody. It's a pretty nicely balanced environment. It looks like a tower of giraffes up ahead here.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, they're so close. They're close, I know.
They're so close. They're so close. The giraffes are coming up.
We've been through, let's see here.
You see, get them?
I didn't get
They'll
them
go
yet.
to a good spot for us.
See them right there?
Lots of times you see a tower of giraffes out here, and you'll see two different types of giraffe. It actually looks like both are up there walking there. Maasai and reticulated. Maasai giraffe thongs, they are kind of irregular shaped. They have rough, jagged edges. The reticulated giraffe gets its name from the word reticulata, which means net, because it kind of looks like someone threw a net up over the top of them. Let's see, looks like we'll get a pretty good view of them up ahead. We got some white-bearded wildebeest out here, looks like. There's a couple over here on the right. Wildebeest means wild beast in Afrikaans, but they are also referred to as new, G-N-U. New is a word that mimics the grunting sound that the wildebeest makes. A couple more laying down in the trees here on the left. And if you do look kind of right up the hill from these wildebeest, there's a little itty-bitty antelope laying there right when it starts to slope up. Kind of a cinnamon top color, has black lyre-shaped horns, white underside. That's a springbok.
Oh, nice.
Springbok. They can spring about 10 to 11 and a half feet into the air. Pretty agile little things. Laying right up there on the side.
Oh, wow.
Alright, here we go though. Here
What's that thing?
are giraffes. It looks like some Ankoli cattle back there too, with those really giant horns behind the palms.
Wow.
Ankoli cattle, also known as Watusi cattle, which is after the tribe that first domesticated them. They're the only domesticated animal out here. Those horns of theirs, those will get about 5 to 6 feet long, reaching up to 20 inches in circumference at the base. Now, even though they do look heavy, they're probably not as bad as you might think. Those horns are mostly hollow. They're all honeycombed inside. Blood will circulate through them and disperse any excess heat. Pretty amazing coolant system.
Oh, wow.
Definitely that whole tower of giraffes. You know, even as a newborn, a giraffe can stand at about 6 feet tall, which is more than tall enough to look any of us on this truck in the eye. Fully grown though, they stand at 18 to 20 feet tall and are the tallest mammal in the world. Alright, let's see here. We're going to head into Monkey Point. Let's see if we can find any mandrill monkeys. They live in large troops, but they're very shy animals, so sometimes we don't see too many, if any. Give it a look, though. Hopefully it's sounding familiar. They have bright red and blue colors on their faces and backsides.
Yeah. Big animals. Oh, yeah. They step on it.
Let's see here, though. I don't see any around. I don't see any mandrill monkeys. Oh, let's try for something else. Let's head over towards the red clay pits. See if we can find some elephants.
Oh.
The
How you liking it,
threat for
Karen?
African elephants has been poaching for their ivory tusks. Unfortunately, they do face habitat loss now from mining for materials used in electronic items like cell phones, cameras, and computers. We can all help elephants out, though. We just have to make sure that when we are done with any electronic device, it is getting recycled.
Ooh.
Alright, we made it. Looks like right into the red clay pits. She's got lots of tusk marks, lots of footprints here. Elephants have been through. It looks like just on the other side of these bushes here we got some. You know, elephants do eat red clay. It gives them beneficial minerals.
There they are.
Herds of elephants, like this one, they are typically made up of all females and juveniles. Females, they stay together in herds, helping to take care of the younger ones together as a group. When elephants are old enough, which is actually not until they're about 13 to 15 years old, pretty long childhoods. If they're male, that's when they leave the herd, going to live all by themselves, or in an all-male loose group. Females, though, they tend to stay in the same herds and help take care of those younger ones, too.
No, the babies.
Sometimes, you know, we can get in a radio station.
Dad, here's a better view of those trees.
Is he meeting?
Oh, look at this one. That would be nice to swim in. Oh, wow. That would be nice to swim in.
Oh, there's
What's back over?
right on top.
It's always back over, right?
I think so.
It's drinking.
Now the greater flamingo has the lightest shade of pink coloring from any of the other flamingo species. The pink coloring comes from the types of foods that they eat, like tiny fried shrimp. Those contain keratin, and that turns their feathers pink.
What turns their feathers pink?
Keratin and the shrimp. They eat these shrimp.
Another one over there in the back.
Let's see here. Looks like white rhino territory. Let's see if we can find any of those. Unfortunately for white rhinos, though, they are still being poached for their horn, which does have a pretty high value out on the black market. So despite efforts that have gone into trying to protect them, white rhinos, they've gone from being one of Africa's greatest success stories to becoming threatened again. Let's see here. Well, not white rhinos yet, but look at these cheetahs out here.
You see them,
Right back there.
Can you zoom it in?
At the very top, couple of cheetahs laying down. Cheetahs, they are the fastest land mammal. They can run upwards of 60 miles per hour. But they're sprinters. Top speeds like that, cheetahs, they can only keep up for short bursts, usually making several hundred yards or so before they do have to stop. Cheetahs, they are the only large cats with non-retractable claws. They're also the only large cat that purrs. These are copy rocks, these big rock formations. They just kind of jut up out of the savanna. They are excellent places to start looking for lions. So let's see if we can find some. Lions love using copies because they make a great vantage point across the savanna and are a pretty nice spot to lay out.
Did you find one?
Not yet.
Here we go. Looks like a white rhino there. We got some zebras back there in the trees. And I did see a bontabak over there too. So let's see if we can swing around these rocks, get a better view of all those.
Zebras.
Zebras, they are black underneath. They have white stripes over the top, which we know because their noses are all black. So that is their base color. They're also incredibly strong though. Zebras, they can kick their hind legs with a force that can break the jaw on a lion.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Let's see here. Lions, though, are something I just don't see. Let's keep going. Lions are inactive for about 18 to 20 hours out of the day. They spend a lot of time up there sleeping. Just can't see them. Oh, here we go. Look at this warthog up here, Clips.
Look!
Right there.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh, wow. You see
Yeah, right there. Warthogs, they are one of Africa's largest burrowing mammals. They dig their burrows out. They use their tusks, their snouts, and their feet to do it. Then they back up into the burrows, leaving their tusks out exposed in case predators come
That's
along.
like Timon and
Razor sharp
Pumbaa.
those tusks. Ostrich eggs on the ground there. Those eggs, those weigh about 3 pounds each, largest egg of any bird.
There's the rhino.
Those zebras back there, white rhinos. And then there's a little brown antelope up close here. That's the bontabak. The bontabak are relatives of the wildebeest. They are nearly extinct in the wild, though. You can really only see them if you visit reserves like this. White rhinos, they can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. They get their name from the Afrikaner word fight, which means wide. In reference to the wide, broad mouth they have.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Are we done? No. Oh! Look at this! This is a new one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Look at a goat.
Okay, so looks like addicts
Or
here.
some kind of
ADAX. Addicts is antelope with these twisted horns. It's like yellow-billed storks up ahead here too, though. Yellow-billed storks, they'll eat fish, frogs, snakes, and other small birds. large birds over here on the right-hand side under the tree. Those are yellow-billed storks. Addicts, though, they have those long, twisted horns. Those will get about 3 feet long. They can go their whole lives and only take a few sips of water. Addicts get moisture out of the foods that they eat. They're also an example of an animal being protected by reserves like this, because like so many of the animals we've seen out here, addicts, they suffer from habitat loss and poaching. Today there's fewer than 300 addicts left in the wild.
Oh my god. That's horrible.
So sad.
Living on the land with some of the animals we have seen out here, it is not without its challenges. There's plenty of organizations out there, though, that are working, trying to educate people in the best ways they can go about it. Some groups are working with farmers, teaching them techniques they can use to live on the land with wild animals, to feeling the need to try to push them off to make room for more of their own livestock. Other groups are trying to introduce economic stimulus, hopefully deterring people from poaching as a lifestyle. Now, the overall goal of any conservation is to find a balance between animals and people. That way, everybody wins. It looks like we have made it back to the warden's post, so make sure you gather up any loose items you brought on board with you. If you're a wilderness explorer,
you like it, bro?
this is Simba 1.
Yeah, I was
Now, we don't say here in Harambe,
Yeah,
we
you
say
liked it?
Quarterini, which means go well.